Hello, welcome back to Fur Park, and a long overdue update. And I've got something here in O gauge to show you. It's not going to be a full review; it's just a sort of a basic look at it. And it's one of Heljan's new O gauge inspection saloons. Uh, and I've got one here in the ScotRail provincial livery, 1980s outline. And so I thought I'd show you that because it's an absolutely superb model. And so without further ado, we'll get into the video. Okay, so the model that I've gone for is Heljan Catalogue Reference 9106, and it's the XLMS 50-foot inspection saloon with B4 bogies in the ScotRail provincial livery, sprung buffers, light bar ready, and it's got the magnetic roof as well that you can take off and view the inside. And also the November 2024 issue of Rail Express magazine also reviews this inspection saloon, and they've got one in the intercity colours there, and it's got the review and also shows the roof being taken off, and has the history as well, and it's a very well received model. This one of their best models that they've released to date, and I think they're almost sold out on a number of them. Yeah, so I picked one of these up. I wasn't going to, but then I saw they were almost sold out, and I thought, well, yeah, it would be a nice addition to the layout. So let's take a look at the actual model I've got. Okay, so there's one end of the inspection saloon, and you can see we've got buffer beam detailing, sprung buffers, detailing on the inside. And then as we come round here, we can see the crisp livery application, and they've got the shade of colour right on this, and the ScotRail logo, because I had a BR Mark 1 BG full brake weathered coach of the latest run, and the the grey was more silver. It looked horrendous, but this is actually really nicely applied, and you can see stunning detail picked out on the B4 bogies there with the ScotRail logo there. Really crisp livery application detailing. And there's the other end of the inspection saloon there. And we can see here the roof literally just comes off. These little silver things here are magnets. So, and they're going to do the same on the forthcoming Mark II coaches as well, which are imminent. And it allows you to take the roof off, and then inside we can see the level of detailing. So we've got the seats and the tables. We've got what looks like some sort of kitchen area and compartments. I imagine there's probably a toilet there somewhere. Yeah, in there. And yeah, so you can see you can actually probably weather this up. Come on, camera, focus. That's it. Yeah. So you could probably add your own figures on this, and you could weather up the inside and add additional detailing. But yeah, it's really well sort of made and detailed, and it's quite a step up in terms of recent O gauge offerings. Okay, so when you're ready to put the roof back on, you literally just put it on and it just snaps, well, clicks back into place. Job done, no problem at all. Yeah, that is a really nice, useful model for smaller O-gauge layouts. And of course, LMS, I think they built these in the 1940s. And of course, obviously, they survived into the 1990s, even early 2000s, I believe. Obviously, this one that I have here is suitable for the Scottish Outline 1980s, and it's in the provincial ScotRail livery. And the idea of these saloons was that they would be either hauled or propelled by a loco for engineers, management, guests, VIPs, whatever, to inspect whatever line it was that they were going on. And obviously, in terms of minimum space O-gauge layouts, if you're modelling I suppose, a depot layout or some minimum space, maybe even a freight yard or a small terminus, these are ideal because you can have a locomotive with the inspection saloon coming in and off the layout. And it's just something a little bit more interesting. And given that the model is quite large, obviously with it being O gauge, say if you had a large logo, class 37 or something, with this on a small layout, it still looks quite imposing. And that brings me on to the subject of my O gauge layout. The last update which I did was probably way back when we went to as it was then, the Worley show, and I was into 1960s sort of outline Scottish region with green class 26s, 27s, etc., and maroon MTH electric trains, Stanya XLMS coaches, and all that. Well, I got bored with that era because I was never alive in that era, and I sold my 1980s outline stuff. And then, as soon as I saw that, the things like the inspection saloon were coming out and the Mark II coaches and all this, I thought, I don't know, I've made a mistake here. So I quickly sold the 60s outline locos and coaches and went back to 1980s outline. And it helps when you've got the likes of Rails of Sheffield that sell O-gauge locos on flash sale prices. So they've had the class 26s going quite cheap as well, and 37s and all that. So it's made it a bit more affordable. I'm not sure whether what they're doing is quite in the spirit of things, but we're customers. We shop around for the best price, and they order in the stock from Heljan, and they are able to sell it at what I think are sensible prices, which the model should be at anyway. Like for instance, £729 for a Deltic, and then Rails are selling them for £395 each in a sale. Only a few months after they came out, well, £395 for a Deltic, I would say, is about right. If Dapol can do it, Heljan can do it as well. So I think, when you get the models on the sale price and the coaches and rolling stock they're doing as well, I've been taking advantage of that. So I've been purchasing a few bits, and I'm going to be doing a O-gauge layout up in the loft. I've already worked out that I can get a single oval of track right the way around on my upper level baseboard. And those of you that have been watching my videos to date will know that I have had two baseboards in the loft, a lower level one which was really hopeless to get in and work on. It was just totally impractical, so I've taken it out. I've just got the one baseboard going round, and I'm going to do an O-gauge single track main line. Simple, straightforward. There'll be a staging area one side for taking rolling stock locos on and off, no fiddle yard, but I'm going to try and do some sort of terminus. And once I've done that, we'll see how it pans out. Right, let me just try and focus this. That's better. Yeah, we're in focus again. So yeah, so I picked up one of these inspection saloons. I think they are a superb model. Really useful, nicely detailed, high quality, and yeah, I really like these. I wanted a blue-grey one, but they'd sold out, so I thought, well, I'll get a Scott Rail one because I modelled that era and region. So yeah, I'm really happy with it, and it's a nice little sort of addition. So yeah, watch this space. Coming up in the new year, I'll start on the track plan, and we'll get up and running again with regular updates, either every month or every second month, and it will be an O gauge layout, British Rail, Scottish region outline. And I I got bored with HO gauge Continental as well. In the current era now that we're living in, trying to model in multiple gauges, different themes and all that, it's just becoming not practical cost wise. So I'd rather have quality, not quantity. Model a bit of O gauge, do a decent layout, keep it simple, and that's what I'm going to do. So thanks for staying with me and supporting my channel and subscribing, and I will get back to you with a Wally update after next weekend, no doubt with a couple of purchases, with a depleted bank balance a few days before payday. So it's all looking good. Okay, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.